Hi, this is Matthew Moody from yourhmoexpert.com and also my new website propertymat.co.uk. Welcome to this week's vlog, and you may be wondering to yourself, what am I doing recording this in the car? Well, don't worry, everything's under control. I have got both hands on the wheel, like you can see here, and I'm just on my way to a court hearing in Wellingborough. To sit with a judge and see if we can get one of my tenants, who is now 4 months in arrears.
Enter roundabout, then take third exit to
so that's the sat nav
A45.
Jumping in there. Yep, see if we can get the judge to agree with me that 4 months in arrears is really a little bit too excessive, and enough's enough and they need to move on. Unfortunate, eviction proceedings are not the nicest of things at the end of the day, and I would rather work with a tenant to get them to pay off whatever the debt is over a period of time, etc, etc. But unfortunately this tenant has just proven to...
Then enter roundabout.
Let's just turn that down a little bit. That's better. I do actually know where I'm going. Funny thing about sat-nav, isn't it? Once you get one, you rely on it for everything, even though you know where you're going. So I don't quite know. Sometimes technology does overtake our lives, doesn't it? But anyhow, what we were saying, yes, eviction proceedings, not the nicest of things, but we've tried waiting this tenant to see if she could pay, pay anything, and just lies and more lies, I'm afraid. So yeah, on the way to the hearing, I've got all my documents prepared, all of the correspondence between myself, and it's important when you go to court to take everything with you. Take a copy of the AST or your license agreement, take a copy of any other terms and conditions they may have filled out, take a copy of any correspondence between yourself and the tenant, so any letters you've sent them, rental demands, and any correspondence back. At the end of the day, you've got nothing to hide, hopefully. You've got nothing to hide, and what are you trying to do? You're trying to show that you have followed the correct procedures, gone down the correct channels, and the tenant still isn't paying. Thankfully, we've got a month's deposit with this particular tenant, so we're only actually 3 months in arrears, but with those arrears and our late payment charges kicking in, it's all starting to mount up a bit. Incidentally, we charge £30 once the payment is more than 10 days in arrears. It's generally enough to make most people pay on time, but when we get to this stage where we are going for eviction, then everything is going to be piled on to obviously make the debt make it worthwhile us going to court, to be honest. You're going to be paying at least £100 to go to court, and that's before you may want to pay for any solicitors. I've been to court a few times myself, so I'm not bothering with a solicitor this time. It should be fairly simple. The tenant has declined to attend the court hearing. Apparently lost the forms that the court sent to them. Apparently tried to change the court hearing, but that wasn't happening either, and can't make it today because they won't let her off work. Unfortunately, we know she's not working. She hasn't actually left the house for some time now, and there's a few reasons why I know that, but she doesn't actually have a job, so I'm not sure what's happening there, but unfortunately it's one of those things, and we're on our way to the courthouse right now. Hi and welcome back. Well, we're back from the hearing, and it didn't go as well as expected, to be honest. There was some discrepancies apparently in regards to the paperwork that was submitted, all hinging around a notice to quit, because we use license agreements, not assured short-hold tenancy agreements. So there was some debate by the judge as to whether or not the notice that the tenant had given us was in fact a notice to quit, or whether it could be disregarded. So unfortunately we've had to schedule another hearing, which could be 3 or 4 weeks from now, which let me tell you is a real pain, especially when that room is essentially costing us £400 a month from no rent coming in from that tenant. So unfortunately, adjourned hearing, and that's going to cost me probably another couple of £100 to get a legal argument written up. I've already spoken to our solicitors, and they are going to be preparing a legal argument for me, but that's going to be a couple of hours work, which £140, £150 an hour is another tidy sum of money to add to the bill that the tenant's already calls me, and probably won't see that money anyhow. But unfortunately, that's where we are with that particular. So now we're going to go on and talk about tenants and issues that you do have and will have with tenants in a HMO. One of the ones that we're experiencing at the moment is with noise. Now, this isn't something that we get very often. In fact, there's only one particular house in our portfolio at the moment which is causing us problems, but they are problems which need to be dealt with. This one particular house, we've had quite a few phone calls from the next door neighbours complaining about noises from our houses, from our house should I say, and saying where the noise was emanating from a certain area of the house. When the tenants were confronted, obviously, the usual, it wasn't me, or the noise wasn't actually that loud, and we told the neighbours we were having a party, blah blah blah. But what we've essentially done is put up notices everywhere about the noise situation. We've got a standard set of letters that we send out to the tenants, 3 letters raising in severity each one that's sent out, warning them about the noise issues, warning them that if it does continue there will be reported to the council, and obviously they could be taken to court if that continues, and that seemed to have done the trick until we got a phone call about 2 weeks ago I got one about 11:30 at night. Heard it ringing on my office phone, went through, and it was this poor neighbour saying basically, these tenants are causing noise again. If we don't do something about it, we're going to call the council, etc., etc. Started whizzing down the dual carriageway, trying to get there as soon as possible so we could confront these tenants and say, hey, what's going on? You've been warned, it's not on. These poor neighbours are trying to get some sleep. It's a terraced house, so there are no exceptions at all to any kind of noise after 11 o'clock at night. We'd been going about 10 minutes, we get a phone call, oh, they've stopped now, it's all gone quiet. The neighbour had been round, banged on the door and on the window, so maybe they got the message. So a bit disappointing really in terms of gearing ourselves up for going round there and saying, hang on a minute, what's happening, you need to sort this out. In the end we didn't need to, but we did send further letters, and one of the tenants has been given notice. Main things you need to do is have a policy about it, make sure everyone's aware of it, it's in our house guidelines anyhow, have a standard set of letters ready to go as soon as any issues are raised, and you should be fine, hopefully. Doesn't always happen that way, as on that eventful night a couple of weekends ago, but nothing's happened since all the letters have been sent out, so hopefully, fingers crossed, it'll be fine. The other thing that we're really interested in, and I put this on the last video that we did, is give me some comments on what I'm talking about. If you think I'm talking utter rubbish, tell me. If you agree with me, tell me. If there's something that you want me to talk about, then tell me that as well. If you want me to do a video with somebody that you want to know a bit more information about, tell me. I'll go and do it. I'll go anywhere, I'll speak to anyone, I'll give you any updates on whatever you're interested in. But let's get some interaction going on the site, put some comments in. You don't have to register, you can just fill in your name, email address, put your comment in. It should appear pretty much straight away, I think, and let's start getting some interaction going there. Okay, well, that's about it for this month's vlog. Hope you enjoyed it. Hope you enjoyed the bit in the car. I had a bit of fun doing that, and I will hopefully see you at an event soon, and thanks for listening. Cheers. Bye.